This is just what I love so much. The founders, these men that, yeah, John Adams in particular has a special place in my heart. But these men that came together, and for a second time they defied the government of Britain with the Declaration of Independence, and when the Articles were falling apart they came together and crafted this Constitution that still stands today. I mean, we're in a Senate hearing room. It's amazing to see the government that they enacted in 7,000 words through this ratification implemented all around me. This is my first time to Washington, D.C., and I've loved it.
I really enjoy what I've learned here, and it's really been interesting to me. I wasn't sure if I was going to like We the People because I don't really like current events, and this really showed me that I do love the history of it, and the philosophers and English history is really fascinating.
Well, to be honest, when I first joined the We the People team, I didn't like history at all. Like, AP History was one of my least favorite classes. I'm not kidding, but after this, like, I joined it because I really, really wanted to like it, because it was everywhere. You know, I didn't really have political views before this. So, like, after today, you know, like, it's just been awesome. Like, I know, like, I have, you know, political views now, I know for sure. And I'm just a lot more familiar with, like, not just, you know, what I read in a textbook, but, like, current events now. Because especially for Unit 5, we have to do court cases and just be on top of what's going on in the Supreme Court. And it's just been awesome.
I'm so much more able to express my opinion. I don't have to wait till November 5th every year to say what I think about stuff. I can go online right now on my iPhone and tell somebody what I think. And so it fosters greater action momentarily, in that we want change now. I mean, it's what Obama's campaign was, that we want change now. We don't want to wait until Congress comes around to try to change stuff.
We've just immersed ourselves in the world of these founders, what they've said, the letters that they've written to one another. We've gotten to know who they are and their personalities, which makes it easier to understand what's going on between them and their ideas on the philosophy and the practicality of implementing ratification in this new Constitution.
We led off today with Unit 5, and you had question 3, which was no surprise. Was that a question that you were dreading or that you were looking forward to?
To be honest, it was the one we were dreading. It's our most difficult one because our other 2 questions, free speech and religion, are so controversial and easy to talk about. But with this one, we literally had to, you know, just cram in court case after court case because of everything you could talk about under privacy.
The question we answered today was really focused on Alexis de Tocqueville's observations of America in the 1830s and how those observations can apply today, and how modern America is comparison and contrast to America in the 1830s that Alexis de Tocqueville noted, and is that a good or bad thing? I think really our local experience in Birmingham, Alabama is really impacted because I mean, the most common place for our county commissioners to go after they're a county commissioner is federal prison. So we've had, our mayor just last month was sentenced to 15 years in prison for corruption. 4 out of 5 commissioners are no longer running this time because they knew they would be voted out of office. We have a $3 billion debt. I mean, we've been on international news because of our debt that was caused by incompetency of our officials. So I think that really breeds that I keep voting these guys in, and they keep messing up and taking my money and being corrupt. And so it's really, especially in our community, it's fostered that we try to go about things really through processes other than voting, through other civic engagement and such. The data backs up that younger Americans do not vote as much. I mean, I believe that's more because older Americans have a much more vested interest in the government than young Americans do. But I think that young Americans are much more active in other ways, and especially technology has especially increased that.